Good morning. Welcome to my special podcast, Resilience in the Time of Coronavirus. I'm working from home and many other people are doing the same. We're being put into a gigantic test. Individuals, organizations, governments, and everyone. Overnight, everything changed. Remote work now is the key thing to do. Today's guest is Samantha Amit. Samantha is an international leadership coach and mindfulness practitioner. She coaches leaders in the large organizations such as Microsoft, Norwegian MFA, L'Oreal, and other startups around the globe. To put it in a simple words, Samantha can make you feel more confident. Good morning, Samantha. Good to have you.
Hi, Will. Thanks for inviting me here today.
Thank you so much. Well, Samantha, we were talking in the meeting room. I understand that you joining from Israel, there have been some decisions made by the government to be locked down entirely and work from home. Tell me about your experience with working from home so far.
Yeah, so I've been working from home for about 10 days now. It's not my usual place of work. I usually go into a beautiful office. And so I'm missing my office a lot. I'm missing the people there, missing going and making coffee and the small talk. And so it's been quite an adjustment. Yeah.
It is, indeed. And I guess the same goes for a lot of people that I spoke to, that missing the work environment, missing the office and the view for most of the cases, right?
Yeah.
And I bet that you have a wonderful view. And
How did you know that about? Yeah, I'm on the 16th floor and we have a beautiful view from our office. We have lots of glass windows and yeah, I'm in an apartment now. And my husband's at home, my kids are at home. It's very different.
Definitely.
Yeah.
See, apart from that, having to keep positive, having to stay focused is not an easy thing. So what is it that you do for you to be able to function during the day while working from home and deliver on your objectives?
Yeah. So first I do want to say that it took me a while. It took me almost a full week. I wanted to give myself space to adjust to this new setting. So I did give myself time to just, adjust. And what that meant is to feel sorry a little bit about the situation, connecting with people, and also binge watching on a Netflix. So, but then I said, okay, you've done that now. And so now's the time to get into a routine. So now I have a little bit of a routine. I get up at 6:30 in the morning. And I meditate in our journal, and that is really important for me. I think how you start your day makes a big difference to your mindset and your positivity. So that's how I start off my day. And then I also connect with people. So even though we have, this social distancing, it's more physical distancing. So look how we're speaking here. This is fantastic that we have this opportunity.
See, I like what you said, because for the majority of people I reached out to for the podcast and other topics, they jumped into remote work right ahead. They did not take much time to adjust to the new environment, or else they got panicked entirely and they didn't know what to do. But I like what you said, that you use some buffer time to allow your feelings to come out, to allow yourself to understand what's happening, and some sort of feeling sorry for the situation, which is very good way, in tackling that sort of change. But again, having to connect with people while, again, staying social, but keeping physical distance, as what we do at the moment, is very important. But what sort of platforms or, systems or tools that you have in place that enables you to connect right ahead?
Yeah. So we're very lucky today that there is so much available. So I will have in any day about 5 to 6 meetings, and those meetings are on different platforms. So now we're using Zoom, and there's WebEx. I have at Microsoft, we use Teams, and I have a lot of clients that are using Teams. I have clients that have their own platform because of security purposes. So all these platforms are very similar, and it's easy to learn them and adapt. And there's so much available on YouTube for people that actually don't know much about these platforms. And of course, there's also online calendars that you can connect with people in different time zones now. Now more than ever, I think it's an opportunity to connect with people around the globe and see how we are all in the same boat. It doesn't matter where you are, we're all equal, and there is so much opportunity to connect now, both at home. We mustn't forget we're at home, so to connect with the people with us at home, but also outside of our homes.
Indeed. And you know what really is, I was contemplating this morning about the fact that I'm invited to your house right now, and you're invited to mine, just virtually, which is quite of a challenge, to be honest, with some individuals, because we didn't talk before, perhaps, or we did talk before, but in the end, it's an invitation to come and visit someone in the house virtually, which is, I'm really blessed to have that sort of technology that enables us to, to connect and talk and so on. Companies were not ready, okay? At least for the majority of organizations that I've dealt with, they were not ready for such kind of change all over overnight. What do you think organizations can do for them to be ready for such kind of pandemic or challenges in the future? Because if this is going to be over quite soon, but nevertheless, this is life, full of circumstances. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I to be honest, I'm not so sure this is going to be over so soon. Maybe you're right. I think that it's about time that people are able to work from home. I think this is a blessing for many people. I made a career change quite a while ago. So I was previously in software development, and now I'm a coach. And one of the reasons I made that change was because I wanted my freedom to be able to choose how I work, and when I spend my time at home and when I'm at work. Working in software, you work around the clock. So I think a lot of people want to have, this more me time and more family time. And this coronavirus is giving us the opportunity to do it. And so now companies they don't have a choice. They need to trust that people are doing the work. And I think in the future, there is, the robots are coming. So people have to step up, and they are going to have to kick ass, if you don't mind me using that word. Indeed. And really be productive. So yes, everybody needs to manage their time. And I know some people are working, let's say people that have got young kids, they're taking shifts. And so they're finding ways, very creative ways to work from home. And so I think companies are going to evolve and let people just make sure that they actually meet their KPIs. You need to perform, you need to meet with your teams. I have companies that are doing, like yesterday I spoke to someone in Australia. They're doing a 4 p.m. Get together, the team get together. There are 9 of them on the team. And other companies, they have like a coffee room that's always open. So that the whole office, whoever wants to, can come into the coffee room. So companies are already finding ways. And those that haven't yet are going to get on board very quickly because they don't have a choice. So that's my hope, that companies will trust their employees and that will find ways that people can choose what's right for them.
I hope the same, to be honest with you. I've managed large number of people throughout my career, and I never was any time someone asking me to work from home for any circumstance that I said no to them. I always knew that I can trust people around, that I can enable them. And it's a matter of having to realize that this is an option that existed since a long time, but just you need to utilize it in different ways. People are different, yes, but you need to give them that confidence, that trust, and empower them to produce anywhere they are. Very well. You mentioned to me about your book, and I don't want to forget about that because I'm really interested in it as well. So what is it that you have, in your book?
Yeah, so I authored a book, which I did together with somebody else, Professor Jonathan Passmore, who's in the UK. We co-authored a book called Mindfulness at Work. So mindfulness is very much about getting in touch with yourself on 3 different levels. First, mentally, also physically within the body, and, with your emotions. So I don't believe I would have written this book without Jonathan. So mindfulness, as we know, is so important for resilience. And we need resilience in today's times, because resilience actually is a lot about coping with uncertainty. And with Corona, we know that everything is uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen, how things are going to evolve. And so resilience is always about how we can come back to our centers. And so we have this opportunity now with Corona to connect socially via platforms, as you say, with different people. And maybe some people now have the time on their hands that they can start something new, maybe write a book, maybe do something else together with somebody else who's in another country like us. Yeah. And so that's what my hope is for people, that they'll use this time to be creative. By the way, another principle of mindfulness is called beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is all about creating something, and actually curiosity and openness to what is and what we can bring in.
This is wonderful. I'd love to know more about it. I'm really interested in these kind of topics. And also, I personally, working on myself and reinventing myself over and over again, I get sick of being the same all the time. So I started, really having a different look at myself. Very well. Well, Samantha, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for sharing your insights. And I hope to have you in my next podcast as well. And you stay safe, stay happy, and positive all the time.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.